Understanding Royalties, a comprehensive guide. Royalties play a significant role in the economy, serving as a means for creators, inventors, and property owners to monetize their intangible and tangible assets. In essence, royalties are compensation paid to individuals or companies for the ongoing use of their property, which can include everything from copyrighted works to natural resources. This article will delve deeper into the various types of royalties, the mechanisms behind licensing agreements, and the significance of royalty rates in today's economy. What is a royalty? A royalty is a payment made to an asset owner for the right to use their property, whether it be in the form of intellectual property such as copyrights and patents, or physical assets like land or minerals. Royalties are compensatory in nature, allowing creators and businesses to earn revenue from their assets while granting others the legal right to utilize them. Key takeaways. A royalty provides compensation to product owners or patent holders in exchange for the use of their property. Terms governing royalty payments are outlined in a licensing agreement. A well-structured royalty agreement aims to be mutually beneficial for both the licensor, owner, and licensee, user. Types of royalties. Royalties come in several forms, each catering to different industries and types of intellectual or physical property. Here are some of the most common types. 1. Book royalties. These are payments made to authors by publishers. An author may receive a percentage of sales for each book sold, commonly around 10% to 15% for hardcovers and around 7% to 10% for paperbacks. 2. Performance royalties. This applies predominantly to music. Owners of copyrighted music receive payments whenever their song is played in public, included in films, or otherwise utilized by a third party. Organizations like ASCAP and BMI are responsible for collecting these royalties on behalf of the artists. 3. Patent royalties. Inventors patent their innovations, allowing third parties to enter into licensing agreements that involve royalty payments to the patent holder. This incentivizes innovation by providing a financial return for successful inventions. 4. Franchise royalties. Individuals or businesses that want to operate under an established brand, like McDonald's, pay royalties to the franchisor. This typically involves an initial lump sum and ongoing payments of a percentage of gross sales, often around 4% to 5%. 5. Mineral royalties. Paid by companies engaging in resource extraction, these royalties go to property owners who allow such activities on their land. The payments can be a percentage of the profits or revenue generated from the minerals extracted. Licensing agreements. Royalty payments are typically elucidated through licensing agreements, which define various terms such as geographic limits, duration of the agreement, and specific conditions under which royalties are to be paid. A strong licensing agreement benefits both the licensor, who gains access to new markets through licensing, and the licensee, who can utilize a product or service that may otherwise be inaccessible. Key elements of licensing agreements. Duration, the time frame in which the license is valid. Geographic restrictions, defines where the licensing rights apply. Product scope, specifies which products are covered under the agreement. Royalty rates. Determining royalty rates can be complex, as they depend on various factors, including the uniqueness and market demand for the product, the exclusivity of rights granted, alternate available products, sales margins. As of 2024, the Copyright Royalty Board stipulates that songwriters and music publishers receive a royalty rate of approximately $0.124 per minute for songs under 5 minutes. For songs exceeding this duration, the rate increases to roughly $0.239 per minute. Payment structures. Royalty payments can take various forms, often as a fixed percentage of sales or a specified amount per unit sold. They may be negotiated on a case-by-case basis based on market demand and the interests of both parties involved. Some common forms of payment include per-unit payments, a fixed amount paid for every item sold, e.g., each book or music album. Percentage of sales, a defined percentage of gross or net revenue from sales derived from the licensed property. Examples. An author might earn $1.50 for each paperback sold and $2.50 for each hardcover. A McDonald's franchisee typically pays a royalty of 4% to 5% on their monthly gross sales after an initial investment. Intellectual property, the backbone of royalties. Royalties protect intellectual property, IP, which refers to intangible assets like patents, trademarks, and copyrights that are legally safeguarded from unauthorized use. This protection encourages innovation and creative endeavors by ensuring that original creators receive compensation for their work. Who pays royalties? Typically, royalties are paid by individuals or companies wanting to utilize someone else's intellectual property or resources. Inventors may sell their patented products to third parties in exchange for future royalties. Broadcasting companies pay royalties to air popular TV channels or shows. Companies in the oil and gas sectors compensate landowners for extracting resources from their property. Royalty interests in mineral rights agreements. Royalty interests specifically refer to agreements related to mineral rights, entitling the rights holder to a share of mineral production or revenue generated from sales. This royalty interest is crucial for landowners who lease their property for extraction activities. The bottom line. Royalties serve as a vital financial mechanism for creators, innovators, and landowners, allowing them to monetize their intellectual and physical properties. By entering into carefully structured licensing agreements, both licensors and licensees can benefit from the shared access and use of valuable assets. Ultimately, royalties contribute not only to individual profitability but also to economic growth by fostering creativity and innovation across industries.